The following program is a production of Naleoʻs TV.
When you want a great meal, local style, turn on Naleoʻs and sit a while. Watch and listen, then you'll know just how to do it on Audrey Wilson's cooking show.
Aloha and welcome to the Audrey Wilson Cooking Show. Today I have a really special guest, David Alvarez. David works for Naleoʻs and he's like, tell me what you do here.
I'm the production supervisor here, so I usually oversee all productions and help organize to get it ready and set.
And I also know that David cooks and he's a good fisherman. Okay.
I do like to get in the water and stuff. It's been a while though, but I'm excited for this.
You're too busy, right?
We're busy. We're really busy. But I do see you got salmon here.
Yeah,
How big is that salmon? What we got going on?
This is just salmon from, I guess, Canada, farm raised. Okay. So what we're going to do first, and I wanted to do something special because it's like if I was going to have you over for dinner with your wife, I probably would cook this for you. Okay. And because it's easy. But first of all, you know, you buy these, the fish like this in slabs at the market. And one of the most important things to do with it, but I already did it, but I'm going to show you, is I have a tweezer made specially for bones.
Okay.
So you run your fingers through and feel for pin bones. And when you see one, you don't feel any. I did a good job.
Yeah, it looks clean already. Usually we save that for like the game. While you're eating, you try to sift through the bones.
Use it as toothpick. Okay, well I feel one right here. Wait.
There.
Oh no, I think this is this. But it's pretty good. So then, all I do is I soak this in 1/2 cup of miso, and I like this. Aka miso, soybeans. It's just aka miso. 1/2 cup of that, 1/2 cup of sugar, 1/4 cup of mirin, which is sweet sake for cooking.
Okay.
I need to wipe my hand. And so it's 1/2 cup, 1/4 cup sugar, 1/4 cup mirin, and 1/4 cup sake.
Okay. Well, what kind of sake is this?
Oh, it's just, I use whatever is available. You can use whatever's cheap. So then it's been soaked overnight. You can soak it, like if you want to cook ahead or prep ahead, you can actually do this 2 days before.
You'd always suggest, would you suggest 2 days would be a good time for it to marinate?
What happens is a really interesting thing. I've actually used this recipe for like a Christmas party.
Okay.
And I'm so busy with all the other stuff that I've soaked it for 3 days. And what happens with that is, after about 3 days, the structure of this meat changes.
Oh yeah?
It kind of gets kind of clear looking, but it doesn't affect the flavors.
So is it more tender or?
It just absorbs the flavors more. I'm going to very finely grate onions.
Okay.
This is sweet onion, but I want it to have a nice onion flavor. So David, do you cook at home?
I'm gonna be honest with you, not really.
Your wife
Unless
does?
it's fish.
Okay. So yeah, we're cooking fish.
Yeah.
So this is
so
your
I would
job.
cook this, but,
Okay.
but my wife does the majority of the cooking.
Yeah. But it's so nice if you can do stuff like that if you're having a party, and she can do the other things.
Yeah, no, definitely. But you're saying the secret is onions and that technique?
This onion, you're gonna see the flavors that it gives. Gives to the mayonnaise.
Yeah, yeah.
And the mayonnaise is actually like something that keeps the fish very moist.
Okay.
You know, the worst thing you want is dried fish.
Yes.
Right,
No.
unless you.
That's the worst, and then you gotta soak it up and show you.
Yeah.
Show you in mayo.
Yeah, that's the worst.
Yeah.
So we start with about a teaspoon or maybe a little bit more. I want the nice flavors of the onion.
That's one thing too. A lot of the staff here knows that I'm not a big fan of onions, but I don't like to eat onions, but I love the flavor that it brings out. So usually when I do cook smoked meat and stuff like that, I do put onions, but I usually cut it up in bigger sizes so I can pick them out later. But I do like the onion flavor.
Okay, we're going to, I need a spatula, David. Can you get me a spatula? I'm going to put enough mayonnaise to coat these two pieces, okay? It's about that much. And then, no, this other spatula is better. But that's okay, this works.
Okay.
So here we got, so it's just, you see how watery it got? A little bit watery.
Yeah.
So I'm going to coat this really generously with the onion mayonnaise. Smell that? You can smell the,
oh yeah, no, that smells good.
The onions, and so it's going to give another dimension of flavor.
Yeah, no, I like that. That's why I do love the onion flavor.
Yeah.
It's usually the texture that
I
I gotta
remember
get.
that you don't like onions, yeah.
What is that?
But I remember now that you don't care for onions, but it's
I'll eat it like this for sure.
But you can't even, it's finely grated.
Yeah.
So it just has the flavors. So you see, I just made enough to coat.
Okay. I usually coat it till it's super soaked, but it looks like, yeah, you got it nicely spread here.
I got a nice spread,
and you just do one side?
Yeah,
okay.
Because the other side has the skin, yeah.
Okay, that's right.
Some people like the skin.
Oh yeah?
My grandkids love it.
They don't care for it?
They love the skin.
Oh, okay. Does it slightly get crispy or something?
Yeah, well, it gets a little crispy depending on how long you keep, but you don't want to overcook this. You want to almost get it to the point of undercook and let it, when it's sitting, finish cooking.
Yeah, yes, for sure.
You
because you end up overcooking it a lot of times.
Yeah,
because fish cooks really fast, right?
Yeah, it does. So this is just furikake salmon. Furikake, and this one I like the norikomi.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have it, the 350. Can you open that?
Yep. It's preheated.
Preheated, and we're going to cook it for about 30 minutes.
Okay.
And then I'm going to check it after 30 minutes.
Awesome. And so while that's cooking in the oven, what are we going to do?
Okay, then we're going to make, let's go and make some vegetable side dish, because you always need a side dish. If I were having you for dinner, I might have a nice green salad, but it's always nice to have a hot vegetable with your salmon.
Okay.
Okay, so let's work on that one next, okay?
Awesome.
So what we're going to do, David, is we're going to make some hot vegetables now. And you can just buy whatever vegetables are at the market. Right now, there's not much available, and you got to really watch, because I noticed that some of these are not that fresh. You see how it's not supposed to snap. So I snap it at the point it'll snap, and I discard this part.
Oh, so you get rid of all this part?
All of that gets all mulch. And then what I do is I peel should have brought in Germany, in May, they have special season, which is the white asparagus.
Okay.
And so they always peel it.
Okay.
So I have a special spatula peeler that is on two sides. You just put the thing and it'll peel it on
both
two sides.
sides.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's really
awesome.
cool. I forgot to bring that. But
Must save a lot of time.
I always like to peel the skin off the asparagus. It's just something I always like to do. It makes it less smelly.
Okay.
You know that distinct smell?
Yeah, for sure.
And
my wife ended up actually just for the last holiday made some bacon wrapped asparagus.
Oh yeah.
But she didn't peel it, so yeah, I do remember the smell.
That smell.
Yeah.
It's kind of very dominant in the skin.
Yeah.
So hear that smell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very.
So that takes it off when you do that. Okay, and I'm going to just cut it into pieces like this and leave it on the side. Okay, I'm going to do that. So all bite-sized pieces.
So I know in previous episodes that we've had you here, you talked about a lot about like growing your own vegetables, plants, and stuff like that. Is asparagus something that you grow or?
Interesting. Asparagus is a perennial. You know what a perennial is?
No, I don't. What is that?
Okay, you either have annuals or perennials. So
Okay.
annuals are the ones that they die off after 1 or 2 years, like basil and stuff. Asparagus is a perennial. So you start having a plant, and you'll have asparagus every year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's amazing. And it's really pretty. It looks kind of furry.
Okay.
It has really, really fine leaves.
Does it take a lot of work to
No,
grow?
it's not that hard to grow.
Okay.
You just got to take care of it. But you can have asparagus every year. And do you know how they make spago or the yellow asparagus in Germany?
No. How?
It's really interesting. So they have these burrows and they plant the asparagus. And as the asparagus spears start coming up, they start burying it in dirt.
Why is it? Oh, to make it stronger?
No.
Oh, what is that?
Guess what? It needs sunlight to turn green.
Oh, so that's why you're blocking
you
the
take
sunlight.
the sunlight away and you end up with yellow asparagus.
Oh, wow.
And
Okay.
so it's expensive because it's a process
Right.
to make it because it's labor intensive, right?
Constantly having to check up on it,
You
constantly
check
having to
it
bury
and
it.
before you see the stalk coming out, you gotta cover it.
Wow.
And then it'll grow a little bit, you gotta cover it
Yeah.
until it gets like maybe this tall.
Wow.
It's nice and fat. It is the most amazing. I have
What's
been
the
there.
difference in flavor? Is there a?
It's hard to, and my son who lives there makes me jealous every May and says it's season.
Yeah.
But I was there one season, and every restaurant had some special, some kind of yellow,
Asparagus.
the white asparagus special. They make soup out of it.
Okay.
The flavors are so mellow and.
What was the
they're-
last dish that you had with yellow asparagus?
with the white asparagus?
Oh yeah, what? Yeah.
Oh, it had to be, because I can't really get it here. Very rarely do I see it here. Because like I said, it's labor intensive and it is expensive. So if you have, in comparison, the green asparagus to a white one, that white one might be double in price.
Oh, okay.
Just because somebody had to go bury it.
Right.
But if I can get it, I just like to just either roast it,
Okay.
or just cook it plain. And that's how they cook it in Germany. The plainer, the better.
Okay.
It's just, I think they roast it and they serve it with some kind of sauce,
Okay.
like a hollandaise sauce, and that's it. Simple. Or they make soup, but it more likely. So this one's ready.
Awesome. So yeah, you have about like inch and a half, 2 inch.
Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut some yellow squash so we get some variety. And I'm gonna cut this off. And one thing about cooking various vegetables, it's good to have them all the same size.
Okay.
Because what happens is they'll all cook at the same time.
Oh.
Otherwise, one thing will not cook.
Or overcooked.
And then something else might overcook.
I see.
So let's keep it as similar in size as possible. So, how's that?
That looks amazing.
Okay, so we just do that.
I like the colors too.
Yeah, and it's a nice different flavor and texture.
And this is just a normal yellow squash.
This is just yellow squash, yeah. And the zucchini too. But this one is gonna cook fast because it's the middle, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So I'll just leave it that size.
Any tips for me, because I do want to make like a at-home garden.
Yeah,
to
remember
plant
when we
variety
had
of stuff.
Russell
Yeah, I
here
do
and-
remember.
And his thing is container gardening because basically our soils are not that great.
Yeah.
We
yeah,
gotta
sure.
go buy potting soil. Sorry, but we have so much rocky
Mm-hmm.
soil. Unless, this is really interesting, unless you live on the other side of Wailuku River.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. On the other side of Wailuku River, you have more soil. On this side, I don't know if because of volcano, more recent volcano.
Yeah, I have lava rocks in my
We have
backyard.
lava rocks, exactly.
yeah.
So the people on the other side of Wailuku are fortunate to have more soil than we do.
That
But
makes
if
sense.
you live on this side, you're gonna have to just go. I truly believe in container, doing container of gardening,
Yeah.
just because it's easy, and like Russell said, you can keep that soil for years. You just have to put more nutrients in it every time you plant. So it's great. And then you can move it around.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I don't want it there. You can move it to
No,
somewhere
yeah,
else.
I have a little tangerine tree that's slowly starting to, got a couple fruits on there that's
Yeah.
in a nice big pot, but then I also planted papaya tree, and I have a persimmons tree in my backyard too, but
Oh,
I never attempted to make anything with persimmons, so.
okay. Persimmons, do you know what kind they are? Because
It's the flat, like orange ones,
does that, okay, those are fuyus, I think.
okay?
Okay, those are good because that one you can eat like an apple.
That's what I heard, but I maybe grabbed it a little too early.
Then it's
very
bitter,
bad, yeah.
very bitter,
Very
yeah.
bad.
That's the problem with, you gotta make sure that when you have persimmons that you know which ones you have because it is bitter. And it kind of makes you lose your taste for persimmons.
Oh yeah, no, my tongue was numb for a little while.
Yeah, it's like, well, I'm not eating this
Yeah,
ever
no, I was
again.
good. Awesome. It's looking good though.
Yeah, so we just got a variety of, I did have, you know, if you can get mushrooms, mushrooms are also good. It adds another flavor.
No specific mushroom?
I would have gotten the ali'i mushrooms because
Ali'i
they hold up
Okay.
better, but they weren't available.
I got it.
Those are the ones from Hamakua mushrooms.
Okay.
Those are good mushrooms. They don't get mushy like the buttons.
Stays a little firm and crunchy a
Yeah.
little bit.
So you can when you're mixing it in vegetables like this, you know you have a nice what you call a nice texture.
Yeah.
It doesn't lose its texture.
I'm already excited to start eating because this looks refreshing. And I know
Yeah.
that salmon's gonna be savory.
It is. You're gonna see what the mayonnaise does to it, and then you're gonna put. Next time you go spear a uhu.
No.
Trust me, you're gonna put mayonnaise with onions.
Yeah, I'm Hawaiian, so I'm pretty sure everything needs to have mayo in it.
Mayo, okay, good. Mayo is interesting because when you think about it, you know, it has oils. It's made with eggs and oil. So it would be a moistener for something like fish. In fact, I remember when I was in college, there was a guy who came. He was a hairdresser. And he said, if you don't have conditioner,
Yeah.
just put mayonnaise on your head.
Well, yeah?
And I did try it. It's
Yeah.
awful because it stinks.
Oh yeah.
It stinks. I'm like, this guy's crazy.
Yeah, you don't want
But
that
I
on
had
your
to
skin
try
though
it.
either though, right?
No, you just put it on your hair
Okay.
and wash it off. But you know what? It's hard to get that smell off.
Well,
I'm
good
like,
thing-
oh my God.
Good thing I don't have long hair that needs conditioner.
But it makes your hair really shiny because
Oh,
it's got oil, it's got egg, and all this wonderful stuff.
Well, that's good to know.
So good. It's good for fish too.
No.
So we got all the vegetables all cut up. So we're ready to get our wok.
Okay.
And,
Let me grab that.
and I like to flavor the vegetables with a little bit of garlic. So I am going to. I have garlic here. Okay.
And for garlic, you don't need that much, right?
No, you don't want to overpower the dish because it's a delicate. Vegetables are kind of delicate. I'll just leave it here because I don't want this here. And so I have some garlic here. And we'll do a smash and. Can you check if I left if I have my garlic press there, in here? Garlic, no, here, in here. I might have left one. I have extra. You know what you're looking for?
I think so, and it's not this though.
No.
I don't think so.
No, okay, that's okay. I might have taken it back. So because I don't have a garlic press, I would like to press it because I don't want people to bite into it.
Okay.
So I'm going to smash it as much as possible and make a really fine paste.
Ooh, I already smell it. Smell the garlic flavors.
Yeah. So we just want a little bit essence of garlic, but we don't want to overpower it.
That's why it's important to try.
Grow your
own. Yeah.
Yes,
very
it's
important.
very important.
Yeah.
Then you know it's fresh. You're not throwing away a lot.
Yeah.
All of this you would go in your mulch bin.
Okay.
One of the things that Russell didn't talk about, but was important, well, to me is important when I used to do a lot of gardening. Everything green waste like this, if you put it in the bottom of the barrel or something, and then you put your soil,
Okay.
it turns into mulch naturally.
Oh, okay.
So it's perfect. You know, all of this gets saved and becomes mulch.
So you're saying put all of that in the bottom?
Yeah,
Okay.
and then what happens is, I don't know where these red worms come from, but the red worms come, they eat all of this, they poop, and the red worm poop is the best thing for fertilizer.
Oh, wow,
So
okay.
it's all part of natural growing things naturally. So let's turn this on. We are here.
Yep.
I want it on high.
Okay.
And then I'm at 13 minutes, but I do not want to overcook it.
It's looking nice and
It's
juicy.
nice. It is, yeah. And
Very
I'm going,
juicy.
It's perfect. Okay, so we're gonna let this cook. Can you check if there's olive oil for me?
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna check if,
Organic olive oil.
yeah, that's what I need. I don't know, I think wok is just a great thing for a lot of applications. I fry in it, I saute in it. It's a
Easy to
great
make.
invention.
Yeah.
I am going to put some olive oil. We don't want too much,
Drizzle it nicely all around the
just
pan.
to coat the pan, yeah. So we don't get any. And then I'm going to put my garlic. And we don't ever want to burn the garlic,
Okay.
because once garlic burns, it's very bitter.
Okay. So garlic first.
You know, it's interesting. I went to India to learn how to cook, and there's a religion there in India. They do not eat onions and garlic.
Oh, wow.
I don't really remember the religion, but they're not allowed to eat onions and garlic.
I wonder why.
I don't know. Whatever it is, they can't eat it. So they, and they need to cook with it. It's very essential in cooking for Indian food. So they use a spice called asafoetida, which is,
It's out of my vocabulary.
there's also an easy name, I forget the name of it, but that duplicates the flavors of the onion and the garlic.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a really interesting.
Nice little substitute.
But somebody told me if you're cooking with it, everybody in your neighborhood knows that you're cooking. It's really, I think it's called hing. H-I-N-G is the easy name for us.
hing. Okay.
Yeah. So we need a little bit of salt. So can you get me some salt to just saute it?
Kosher salt.
Yeah, perfect.
Your salt,
Yeah.
pepper, anything?
Salt is essential for just a little bit of seasoning. Like Emerald Lagasse says, your foods don't come with salt, so you gotta salt it.
So you're gonna bam. You're
I'm
gonna
gonna bam
this.
it, yeah.
You're gonna bam it up.
Bam it up.
All right. Yeah, I definitely can smell all the refreshing flavors.
Yeah,
I
just
think I'm
something.
also smelling that garlic nice.
Yeah, and I don't want to burn it, so
You definitely don't want it to sit, so you're constantly stirring it,
yeah.
shifting it around. What are we looking for to know that hey, we're almost done cooking this? What is
You
your
kind of want it nicely crunchy. You don't want soggy.
okay?
So I'm just gonna cook it. The main thing is the asparagus. The asparagus needs to cook to like crispy, a little bit crispy. Bam.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of salt. If I were going to finish and roast it, I would put maybe some Parmesan cheese on it. I'm going to end this.
Parmesan cheese. Wow. Okay.
Okay, I am going to stop it. I'm stopping the baking process at
8 more minutes.
yeah, 8 more minutes. I'm just going to let it sit in a warm oven now. I don't want to overcook the fish.
So how hot was the oven again when we put the salmon in?
350.
350. Okay.
Yeah.
So make sure it's preheated at 350.
Yeah. But you see, it's starting to turn. The water's starting to come out here.
Yeah, I see it.
So
boiling underneath.
your vegetables are starting to cook and take out some water.
The juices. I can definitely smell the garlic.
Yeah, and it's just a little bit. It's not enough to
Yeah.
make a big difference or really overpower your vegetables. We're almost done. So then we can tell our guests and
Food's ready.
your foods we're going to be serving.
Okay.
So
So we're gonna take these vegetables, plate it, and then get to taste it.
or you could either do a buffet where you
Okay.
can put this in a big bowl and then leave it out for people to serve, or plate it for them. Okay, we'll turn this
Okay.
off and let it cook on its own. There's a lot of, remember, there's a lot of residual heat that's going to come out from any of these things. So it'll continue cooking. It's not going to stop cooking immediately. So what I want to do is I want to take out the salmon
Okay.
and show you how beautiful it is.
You got it.
I need another.
Is it
Now give me some paper towels.
paper towels? There's some water right there.
Okay.
Easy.
Okay, see what's happened here is the outsides are getting burnt a little
Nice
bit.
and crispy looking.
But we're gonna let it sit for a while because probably the center part is not quite cooked.
Okay.
But that's for sure, unfortunately, because it's different layers, this is for sure cooked. And that's my favorite part, the belly part.
Yeah.
That's the one, man.
Nice.
So we have a beautiful meal ready. So let me go plate your dinner.
Okay. So we'll let this
Your
sit and then
food.
we'll plate and then we get to eat it.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yay. Okay. So let's try this. Let's try our special dinner.
I'm so excited to try this.
Okay.
So let's dig in.
And let me tell me if the onion part bothers you.
Let's start off with the salmon. Let's see. Definitely does not bother me. So
It's
good.
so juicy.
So juicy.
Yeah.
So delicious.
Yeah.
Let me get some rice in just to.
And try the asparagus.
That's the one best thing though. The juices off the salmon with the rice.
Yeah. It's
Adds
really
some flavor
good.
as well.
Yeah. Try
Try
try the asparagus.
Try the asparagus first. Mm-hmm.
It still has a crunch.
Mm-hmm.
And it
But I don't
just
need to work through it though. It's
No.
nice and juicy.
Yeah, you don't have to work because it's been peeled.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what? Go fishing.
I'm gonna go fishing. The next uhu or whatever fish I can catch
I know you cannot catch salmon, but
Yeah.
don't catch uhu, okay?
would be nice though.
I
But
know.
no, definitely my next uhu might be lined up with this dish. So
Oh,
thank you
that'd
very
be
much
great,
for this.
great. So thank you for watching the Audrey Wilson Cooking Show. Until next time, aloha.
Wow.
The preceding program was a production of Naleo TV.